So this is my third prototype for it. If I go in tutorial, it will bring me to the tutorial scene that I've created, which is something new. But also if I press play, it will already bring me to the tutorial scene as it's the first scene. So as you can see, the first of the tutorial is showing us how to move. So you can press continue. So press W to go forward, press S to move back, the usual movements, WASD keys. So as we get to here, we are warned about the nurses. So in the daytime, they will leave you to about your business, but at night you must avoid them. Oops, that's too much. And to attack them or whatever, you have to have an item collected and have it enabled when you get close to a nurse, which will give you an option then to attack. Well, in this one, it's just if you get close enough for a couple seconds. So to enable an item, you open the inventory in the pause menu and click the item you want to use. The pause menu will be explained later. So one of the main objectives to do in the game is to collect evidence and information about the asylum and its patients. So we want to learn about the patient stories and to figure out if they really are to be kept up in this asylum. So you have to learn about the stories. So walk up to the patients and you will hear their stories. So if we go up to this one. So she is German and doesn't understand what's happening. Here. Oh, let's change the names. So I forgot to change the name, but this is supposed to be Tilly Maynard, not Anne Neville. But yeah, as you can see, they tell you a bit about their story. For the final implementation, I'm hoping to have a trust level where it'll be harder to get information off of the patients unless they trust you so much. So this is about the pause menu. So you press T to open it. Press resume to go back to the game. Press inventory to see what the player has. And then click the item to enable it. So that's what you need to do if you want to be able to attack a nurse or whatever. Progress, see what you have to do to win. And press instructions to remind yourself about everything that we are learning at the moment pretty much. So if we press T, so we have resume, progress, inventory, instructions, and then menu. So resume brings you back to the game. Progress tells you what you have to do. So we're already after listening to one person, and so Tilly Maynard. The other girl doesn't count since she didn't tell us anything. So we are up 10%. We also need to witness 3 scenes of abuse towards the patients. I guess that probably got cut off. So I press return to go back to this menu, and then we go to inventory, and this will be where our items will appear, and then we click here to, when we click here, a big item will come up here and information about it, and that will enable the item. Then we have instructions, so we go into press all of these and they tell you all different things. And it must have gotten cut off again. I have to work on the font size. So resume. So this is really Annabelle this time. So as you can see with Annabelle and Julie Maynard, they're telling you that the doctors aren't listening to what they're saying. They won't let them prove that they're not insane. So if we go back to no, that's not that. Use the mouse. There we go. So if we go back into progress, so it's gone up to 2 out of 4 and it's gone up to 20%. So 10% for each story you listen to, and I can't remember how much for each scene. So it's 40. So I think it's 20% then if you actually witness a scene. Fortunately, my laptop is very slow at the moment. So this is a nurse coming towards us now. So if we go towards her. So during the day, the nurses aren't as aware of what's going on. So with this, we can take things from them, like, for example, the key to our cell, so we can escape each night. So if we collect a key, it should bring us to the next scene, hopefully. There we go. Unfortunately, I'm not able to set it that I can't go to a, like, start off in a different room, like back into my cell, because I have the what was it? The don't delete unload thing, or whatever it's called. Now, a problem with the nurses in this one, it was following a path, but now it just seems to be getting stuck everywhere, and if I go close to it, it kind of just goes all over the place. So yeah, and kind of drags the player with them. God, it's even harder when I can't control it well. So yeah, as you can see, she's much going all over the place. So in here, there's some objects to collect. I have to change that sound. But yeah, if we go into the inventory again then, so we have a needle and we have a medicine bottle. At the moment, I wasn't able to get it to actually enable the item, so you can't attack nurses in this prototype. I had it working, but I then remembered that I have to put the don't delete unload on a different in a different scene and not the one I was actually working on. So I didn't have time then to re-add them in again. Oh gosh. So slow. I'm only playing it on my laptop because it has a microphone. So yeah, you have to search around or scenes or whatever. Okay, so couldn't find appropriate animations, but I'm using the seizure one, so it looks like the patient is in pain. But the nurse one, it's supposed to look like she's trying to inject her, but it's actually just like pulling a lever or something. So we should have been close enough to trigger that. So if you go into progress, yeah, this one's gone up to 1, and that's gone up to 40%. So you can get the general idea. Now, because of the glitch with the nurses, I haven't been able to get close enough for them to actually harm me. So this is supposed to be obviously like a nurse punching one of the patients. So that should bring the progress up again. Yep, up to 60. That's pretty much everything then. I don't have an end screen yet. I was kind of trying to focus on all these animations and everything, but I will be implementing hopefully better things now in the next one. So thank you.